Hello, this is Mike Fay with Calvin Castine, and we're at Northeastern Clinton Central School for girls CVAC varsity soccer action between the visiting Ticonderoga Sentinels in purple, as you can see, and our own Northeastern Clinton Cougars. For Ty, number 1, Kristen Young. Number 2, Fallon Cantarino. Number 3, Erin Quackenbush. Number 4, Katie Bettenbach. Number 5, Anna Johnson. Number 6, Heidi Prost. Number 7, Alicia Christen. Number 8, Jennifer Savage. Number 9, Joey Plus. Number 10, Shannon McDougall. Number 11, Samantha Patnode. Number 12, Christy Blood. Number 13, Becky Jubert. Number 15, Yancey Spalding. Number 16, Heather Hassett. Number 19, Peggy Bain. 20, Kristen Shawnee. 22, Katie Minerva. 21, Jillian Kolinsky. And in goal, Frances Carson. The Sentinels are coached by Michelle Etcher. For Northeastern, number 1, Megan Casey. Number 2, Trish Gooley. Number 3, Elise LaFountain. Number 4, Ashley Walter. Number 5, Ashley Birch. Number 6, Lauren Kavanaugh. 7, Brenda Bailey. Number 8, Haley Desereau. Number 10, Margie Fay. Number 12, Christy Favreau. Number 13, Brandy Bowman. 14, Brandy Sample. 21, Rachel Dutil. 22, Gina Brasser. 23, Debbie Trombley. 24, Amanda Clark. 25, Anna Boardman. And in goal for Northeastern, Chantal Carne. Cougars are coached by Josie Gilroy, assisted by Rob Francis and Sarah Dupy. Referees for tonight's contest, Todd Lambert and Pete Kowalski. Cougars still sitting on top of the CVAC Division I with a 9-0 record. Or is it a 10-0 record? I can't remember anymore. But in any case, they're undefeated, sitting alone at the top of the CVAC Division I, and Ticonderoga, I believe, is in second place. And I believe, if the last time I read, I think they have 3 losses, 2 or 3 losses. So Ty's not a bad club, and Northeastern certainly has to come here to play. On paper, at least, Northeastern seems to be the better team, but again, that's only on paper. They've got to put the ball in the net. Trombley will clear easily deep. Good ball into the tie end. Fountain steps up nicely to Walter. Walter takes it to the outside, defended by McDougall. Walter crosses to Sample. Sample can't control, gets it back to Walter, broken up temporarily, and then finally McDougall is able to chip it off a deflection to the near side. Desereau down a wing for Dutil. Dutil trying to get by. The ball does, and I think that may have deflected off of Quackenbush, but the ref says goal kick, not corner kick.
Get to the ball, Cougar!
Headed right off the bat by Walter, and then Sample Dutil on the near side takes it off of props. Now Sample crosses back over LaFountain with the shot, just wide. Fine effort, just didn't result in the goal, but a great idea. Stopped by Casey. Northeastern so far
Hustle, Rachel. Good hustle.
dominating, ball out of bounds. It'll be another goal kick for the Sentinels. Off McDougall. McDougall tries to make a move and does, but Walter right back. Walter hemming in McDougall. McDougall can't get it cleared, and then finally another defender, Patnode, comes up to dump the ball. Now Sample to the 18, Headed by Casey, right back to LaFountain. LaFountain missed kicks. To the near side. Out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern.
Punch it in.
Would have been wide of the net, but Carson taking no chances. Nice trap on the fly by ties number 7, Alicia Christen. Christen working well into the center. Gets the ball to Blood. Blood back to Christen. Christen gets by Burtz again, but Burtz diligently will not let her stop. Faye tripped, and it'll be a direct kick for Northeastern.
Come on, Cougars, push it.
Christen and Blood working the ball well for Ticonderoga, but Burtz not allowing them to beat her a second time. Able to clear. Now right up through the center. Dutil streaks for it, but beaten by Quackenbush. Now to Blood. Blood to the outside, but Casey read that. Is able to intercept, and up for LaFountain. LaFountain has Dutil on the wing. A through pass intended for Dutil, but it's too far to the inside, and it's cleared by Savage. No, that's Plass. A pass that comes clear down to Blood, and she pushes back for control to Nasurve. Now Walter high to the near side. Dutil takes it to the inside, but off balance. Quackenbush gets the ball back, and it goes out of bounds, and it should be a goal kick for the Sentinels.
Come on, Cougars!
Casey steps up again, has Sample. Pass a little too soft, but off a deflection.
Way to go, Amanda!
Now Clark to LaFountain. LaFountain to the 18, trying to turn it. Gets inside, crosses over to Sample. Sample can't get the shot off. It just too far from her foot. Bounced off her foot, and Quackenbush is able to clear to the near side for a Cougar throw-in, but just a step off. Sample. Sample still keeps it in. Tries the cross. Off a deflection, left foot. And a shot by Walter, and I thought that was going to be in the net. I didn't see how Carson could have stopped it. She was only 2 steps from the line, but Carson in the right place at the right time, and the ball high enough for her to cover.
Take it back, Cougars.
Clark missed kicks out of bounds, and you're going to hear the groan after she did it.
Come on, Cougars.
She didn't want to do that, but not in any danger. She'll get another shot, and there she goes. Up to Patnode. Broken up by Boardman, who's also called for the push, or the hold, or whatever he wants to call, and it'll be tie ball.
Come on, Cougars, be tough.
Right in on Cardin. From the outside, Johnson puts it right in on Cardin, who controls and punts right out again. Now Sample.
Hustle, Brandy.
Sample. And called for the charge, and right back into the 18. Tremblay takes it to the outside and clears up and out of bounds off the Sentinel forward, and it'll be Northeastern throw-in. And Northeastern will do it again.
Come on, Cougars, let's go!
Bowman up for Gooley.
Stay with it.
Gooley can't control. Jubert does. Now LaFountain. Out of bounds, and it'll be Sentinel ball.
Let's go, Let's run it, Cougars.
Right here, just talk, okay?
Bowman heads to Gooley. Gooley trying to cut it back. Does, gets it by the defense. Gooley waited and waited and waited. Finally, Quackenbush tried to clear it out. It deflected off Gooley deeper. And another nice move by Gooley. She'll get a cross off. Bowman steps up nicely. Bowman with a lot of hustle trying to turn it. And finally it's taken out. Took two defenders to take the ball away. Out of bounds, it'll be a Northeastern throw-in. Bowman tries to push it into the center, but it's intercepted by Blood. Blood to the outside for Probst. And it'll be Northeastern throw-in. Clark should get there first, does, but Blood right there to kick it to midfield where it's pushed back by Burtz. Bowman to the outside. Quackenbush gets there first and puts it out of bounds. 27:45 remaining in the first. It's still scoreless. LaFountain lets it go by through Sample. Sample with a short kick to Clark. Clark broken up at the last second. Finally gets a weak shot in that Carson handles easily. Desero does well to control that difficult ball.
Good job.
And that is broken up at the last second by Probst. Trombley trying to turn it, cuts it to the inside. Clark is there, and the trip is called, and it'll be Sentinel ball.
Come on, Cougars.
Another ball right in on Cardan. And Christen just a step and a half off. Walter up for Boardman. Boardman can't turn it. Finally, she keeps hustling, but can't get the ball past three Sentinels. Sentinels guilty of bunching up, but they survived it there. If that ball gets through, there can't be many players behind with 3 or 4 standing right there in a bunch. Dumped in by Meserve. I'll get that name right sooner or later. It's either Meserve or Meserve, or that's close enough.
Come on, Cougars, let's make a run.
Back in the center, a little contact, nothing called. Boardman up for Gooley. Gooley, a through pass,
Hustle, Cougars.
but right there is Plass, and I believe that's going to be, well, I guess not. That's a whistle from the JV practice. A long ball to the far side. Walter just a step off, can't head it toward the net. Tries to get it back for control to Boardman, but it hits the ref. And here they come again. Here come the Sentinels. Christen on the far side has Blood in the center. A long pass too far for Blood, and Trombley should get there first and lets Carnan come out and pick it up. Smart play. With Trombley running toward the net, she's going to have a difficult time trying to turn it under control. So Blood doesn't have any chance of a shot, so she just lets it roll to Carnan. Good communication.
Let's go, Cougars. Let's get them working.
And a possible dangerous play goes for nothing. Quackenbush with Gooley on her. Tries to get it up. Bowman read it nicely. Tries to put it in the center and does for Sample. Sample cuts across for LaFountain. LaFountain at the 18. Can't get the shot off. Sample gets there and fires high over the net. Good working together, Sample and LaFountain. And the last shot just goes over the crossbar for a goal kick. Ticonderoga. And we have a bird on the field. And Debbie Trombley takes care of that. But he's not going to leave. He's going to stay for a while. I hope he doesn't have a very good aim. On the far side, Walter. Up the wing. Taken down, no whistle. And it's out of bounds. It should be Northeastern ball. You wouldn't think that a bird would want to stay around an area that has so much noise and yelling and screaming, but there he is, just hovering above midfield. Wants to be a part of the activities. Inside the 18, now just outside. Desero cuts it back for Bowman. A through pass attempt, deflects, and then cleared out. Finally shot in by LaFountain, headed by Walter, and it's out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick for the Sentinels. Out of bounds, Northeastern will throw it in. Down to 22:30 remaining in the first. Northeastern by far with the better chances, and here they come! Just rolls wide. Sample need the ball over the head of Carson, and the ball just went across the goal mouth. Brassard unable to get her foot on it, just a step off, and it went for nothing, but a good try. Stopped by Brassard. Now Bailey gets it to LaFountain. LaFountain back to Brassard. Taken back by Quackenbush, and it's outside, out of bounds, and it'll be Northeastern throwing. Desero into the center for Clark, but broken up by Blood. Now picked up by Cantanino. Trombley right back, and then Blood pushes it right through the center. Burt should get there first, and does. Burt's a short pass up for Clark. Christen almost got it. Burt's takes it back again and goes up the wing for Casey. Broken up, now LaFountain. Now Clark. The Sentinels take it back, and Burt's is right there. A real defensive struggle. I haven't seen the goals for or against. I don't know what kind of defense that Ty had before they got here, but they're working well tonight. Northeastern with a couple of opportunities on net, a couple of good opportunities, but other than that, it's been in field position-wise, Northeastern has had somewhat of an advantage, but the Sentinels with a pretty good defense.
Come on.
Clark. Broken up by Blood. It's almost to the circle, and Trombley goes far side for Walter. Walter defended by McDougall. Shot from distance, and Carson makes an easy stop. Carson missed kicks. It goes out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern.
Come on, Cougar!
Desero fights. Gets it to Boardman off the deflection, right back to Desero, and then deflects into the center for LaFountain. LaFountain turns, fires just inside the 18, and it's cleared out again. LaFountain turns it to the far side for Walter. Walter with the header, and just the steam taken off the header at the last second, and Carson with the stop. There is a bit of wind tonight, and the wind favors the Sentinels at this point. I don't think it's too tough of a wind, but maybe enough to keep the higher shots, slow them down a little bit. That case in particular, that long ball that was headed by LaFountain seemed to take some, it seemed to be a harder shot than that, and all of a sudden there was no steam on it. So maybe there is gusts here and there in the field that are slowing the ball down. Inside for Dutil, broken up and cleared to the outside, out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Northeastern. We're down to 18:05 remaining in this first half. Casey dumps down for Walter. Walter crosses, Brassard's right there, can't get the shot off, and Dutil, it just bounced right past her. Can't get the shot off, and it's a goal kick for the Sentinels. Another close call, and the Sentinels dodge a bullet.
Right there, girls.
To the outside, stopped by Casey. Casey tries to keep it going, and it's finally taken over by Savage. Down the wing, Burtz is there. Christen makes contact with Burtz. Trip is called, and it'll be a direct kick for Northeastern.
To the ball first, Cougar.
Trombley into the center, gets by LaFountain, and then Dutil keeps it coming near side. A long run for both teams, and it goes out of bounds, and it'll be a Northeastern throw-in. Casey can't control, it's dumped out, and Desero should. Nice move to the inside. Now to the outside. Desero still controlling. Defense backing up. She finally gets the shot off. Carson is there, and Walter just a step and a half off. If that ball is angled a little bit more to the far post, maybe Walter has an opportunity on that. Now Christen with Burtz defending. Christen wins that one, tries the center and does, and Clark is there to clear, and it goes off Christen, who should have let it go. But it'll be a Northeastern throw-in. Down the wing, out of bounds. Northeastern will do it again.
Push it, Cougar.
Dutil hammered from behind, and it'll be Northeastern ball. Off Casey to the outside, Walter. McDougal defending. Walter gets by McDougal, gets the cross off, but it's chipped out. Faye should get there first. She turns it, but it's deflected back to Blood. And the Sentinels trying to break out, can't. Clark is there. Blood kicks the ball to the outside and then takes a fall. And finally, I think handball is going to be called. It'll be direct kick Northeastern. Down to 14:05 remaining. Trombley tries again. Dutil chips inside the 18. Taken to the outside by Quackenbush, who goes down the wing. Desero can't keep it in. It'll be a throw-in for the Sentinels. Catarino can't control it, but it's out of bounds off Desero, and they'll do it again.
Get to the ball, Cougar.
Dutil steps up, and it goes off the chest of Patnode, and it'll be Northeastern throw-in. Bowman to Brassard. And we'll do it again. I think too many times these I'd rather see a throw-in go to an open portion of the field instead of directly to the player. It forces the player to make the perfect trap, although it would be nice, but the player making the perfect trap knows that there's a defender right behind them and they have to make a move immediately, or they're going to be, the ball's going to be punched away. If it's thrown down the wing to an open portion of the field, then allows the wing to run to that part of the field. Possibly they can beat the defender as the shot goes just wide. Sample steps up nicely, can't control, and it's dumped out to midfield. Clark and Desereau communicate. Clark goes far side, can't control, out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Ticonderoga. Christen beaten to it by Fay. That's Savage gets it back. Now teams trading. Neither one can control. Christen tries to make a move on Birch, but Birch is not fooled and goes down the wing for Sample. Off the chest of McDougal, and McDougal up for Christen. Christen with a nice stop and deflection to Blood. Blood tries to get it back to Christen, but it's too hard, and it goes out of bounds. The right idea, just a little too hard. Birch with a long throw up for Fay. Out of bounds. Northeastern will do it again. Dutil gets it back off of deflection, dumps it into the center. Bowman is there but can't get the shot off. It's cleared near side. And then back into the center by Contanino. Bowman off of deflection. If she can turn it, she'll get a cross off. But Quackenbush will have none of it, and she puts it out of bounds with 10 minutes and 9 seconds remaining. It'll be a Northeastern throw-in. Cougars again with better field position and much the better opportunities on net, but still this is a scoreless tie.
Push it on the net.
Back to midfield, Tremblay. Stopped. Back to Blood, and Blood a long pass down the center of the field. That was not a good idea, because all you're doing is making your players run for no real apparent reason, because there's the pass down in the center of the field more easily handled by Northeastern than it would have ever been handled by a Sentinel forward. Fay trying to control, can't. Christen takes it off her and gets the shot off, and it's high over top of the net. Now there was one that appeared the wind had some effect on it. It was high up in the air and it was blown right back. Burtz clears it out near side, and finally Desereau keeps it going up for Gooley. Gooley back in the center, nobody in particular, and the Sentinels are there. They miss kick, and Gooley gets it back. Gooley again back into the center, this time for Sample. Sample keeps it going for Dutil. Dutil and Quackenbush. Quackenbush wins that one. It should go out of bounds, and it'll be a Northeastern throw-in. Dutil with the cross. Fay is there, deflects it in on Carson, but not with any steam. And it's another opportunity Northeastern had that went weakly in on Carson. Desereau can't control it, goes out of bounds. It'll be a Sentinel throw-in. Bowman to LaFountain. LaFountain with some room. She can carry. Then a long pass down for Gooley, but it's angled out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Sentinels. Off a deflection, back to Gooley. Gooley, a nice ball to the outside for Bowman. Bowman tries to turn it. It goes right to the 18. And the shot by Dutil, and it's in. Northeastern finally able to get the ball behind Francine Carson for a 1-0 Northeastern lead. Northeastern draws first blood at the 33:07 mark. Dutil from Sample on a fine pass from Bowman. Bowman on the outside. Actually, I believe it was Dutil who made the original pass to Bowman on the outside. I think it was Dutil. Anyway, Dutil split the defense, knocked the ball to Bowman on the outside on the near side. Bowman with a cross, and Sample, unable to get the shot off, passed to Dutil, who made no mistake and put a good hard low shot underneath Carson for a 1-0 Northeastern lead. And you knew it was going to happen. I didn't want to say it to give the Lady Cougars any bad luck, but you knew it was going to happen. They were coming just too close too often not to put the ball by Carson. Now Sample, a nice ball for Walter, and Walter just can't catch up to it. And Carson comes out to control the ball. A good play by Carson. She made it look easy, coming out just at the right time, timing it just perfectly. She doesn't. She hesitates for a second, and Walter is all alone. Bowman down for Dutil. Dutil deflects it past Quackenbush, but not far enough. She's able to recover and push the ball out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. Desereau comes out of that scrum with the ball, but can't get a cross off. Dutil can't get a cross off. Quackenbush deflects. Now Bowman with another cross right into the center for LaFountain. LaFountain nudged off the ball, and the Sentinels clear up. Now Bowman tries to get it to Dutil, can't cross, it deflects. Dutil with a nice play, gets the cross off, and it's in the net. Brandy Sample, it looks, from Rachel Dutil.
Way to go, Cougars!
Well, Rachel Dutil returns the favor and assists on Brandy Sample's goal at the 35-14 mark to give Northeastern a 2-0 lead. And as I said, it was only a matter of time. Northeastern was controlling pretty much of the field. I think Carna has made 2 saves, but that from distance, not very dangerous shots. The Sentinels had a couple of offensive thrusts that really didn't go for much because of Ashley Burtz and Debbie Tremblay, Amanda Clark, and Haley Desereau, the great Northeastern defense. And the Cougars were just coming too close too often. And finally, at the 33:07 mark, Dutil from Sample, and just 2 minutes later, 35-14 mark, Sample from Dutil, and it's now 2-0 Northeastern. And here they come again. Bailey with a shot, Carson right there.
Back up.
LaFountain inside the box. Quackenbush is there. Dutil tries to turn it and does, and Carson comes out to control the ball. I think it would have been a little wide. Burtz can't keep it in. Christen allows it to go out of bounds, and that'll be a throw-in for the Sentinels. Sentinels miss kicking, and they turn the ball right over. No pressure, no defensive pressure. The Sentinels just kind of blew that one. Sample broken up into the center. Clark gets there, deflects the ball, and LaFountain pushes back up for Clark. Clark through for Sample. Sample heels it to the near side, and Clark with the left-footed shot, and Carson with the stop. A nice idea. Sample dummying to keep the defender occupied and heeling the ball right past for Amanda Clark to get a shot off. Up for Dutil from Bailey, out of bounds off Quackenbush, and it'll be Northeastern throw-in. 2:49 remaining in the first. Northeastern with 2 quick goals with a 2-0 lead.
Come on, Cougar.
LaFountain crosses over. Sample is there. Sample tries to chip it high. Can't, and Walter can't get the shot off before it's deflected near side. Bailey tries to turn it, dumps it inside the 18, and Carson comes out to control. Now that ball was helped by the wind, maybe 30 or so feet above the air, or above the ground rather. The wind is a little stronger because that didn't look like it was struck very hard, and boy, it sailed well past midfield. Ball curving, stays in bounds. Dutil broken up by Prost. Prost still controlling, but broken up by LaFountain. Here comes Walter. Walter gets by Quackenbush, but can't get by McDougal. And it'll be Northeastern throw-in. 1:35 remaining in the first. A long throw-in into the center of the field. Casey gets there and fires from distance. And Carson with the stop. Burtz keeps it going into the center, broken up. Burtz gets it off a deflection. Ashley Burtz still has room to carry. Finally comes near side for a pass with a pass for Dutil. Deflected by Burtz. Ashley Burtz all over the field. Picked up by Walter. Walter cuts it back for Sample, but too far. Now way over on the far side of the field. Sample with a step over move and then turns it, but too far out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick for the Sentinels with 34 seconds remaining in the first half.
Okay.
Sample gets by the defense, can't get the shot off. And with 10 seconds, I'm going to figure that the Sentinels are just going to let it ride, not even put the ball in play again. And there I go, wrong again with 3, 2, 1. The buzzer sounds. First half is over. 2-0 Northeastern lead. Dutil from Sample at the 33:07 mark, and Sample from Dutil at the 35:14 mark. And that's where we stand, 2-0 Northeastern, and we'll be back for the second half.
Working hard, Cougar.
Second half underway. And the Cougars with a 2-0 lead. And with the wind at their back, we'll see if the wind helps to dominate the second half. Cougars pretty much dominated the first half with the wind in their face. So I can only imagine that the same will continue here in the second. Off a deflection, it goes to Desero. Desero down the wing. And Quackenbush is there to clear up. Desero right back. And it's stopped by Plass. Now McDougal. Blood. Carries to the far side, has a wing. Can't get it, waits too long. And Joubert was way up the wing all alone, and Blood waited too long to get the ball to her. And it was finally deflected.
Get the ball back, Cougar.
Carson should handle this easily, and does. Carson comes near side, and there's the punt. The last time she punted the ball, it went way beyond midfield with a little help from the wind. And this time, Barely halfway. And you can look around at the flags on the field, and they're all blowing at a different rate. Some are standing straight out, others are just swirling a little bit. So the wind is gusting. Sample gets a left-footed shot. There it is. Brandy Sample. I'm going to figure that was unassisted, but we'll wait for the official. Northeastern continues to put the pressure on. Only took them 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Sample from Bowman, and it's 3-0 Northeastern. Clark still controlling. Down for Bowman. Down for Gooley. Quackenbush is there. Gooley can't control it. Broken up to the outside. Bowman keeps it going over for Fay. Fay missed kicks. And it's cleared out. Now Desereau crosses. Fay gets the shot off, and Carter with the stop. A fine shot. And Carter moving to her right. Had to be tough, or that ball would have been the fourth goal for Northeastern.
Come on, Cougars!
LaFountain goes down, 2 players down. Bain and LaFountain collided. Both players went down. LaFountain got up a little quicker than Bain. Bain still appears to be favoring an ankle. If I were her coach, I'd have her off the field. But she appears to be happy to walk it off, and we'll go from there. Now Sample to the outside. Pass down. Quackenbush stops, trying to control, and does to the outside. And it'll go out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. Casey in for LaFountain, and I expected that. Josie getting one of her important players, Elise LaFountain, off to make sure she's okay. A lot of times out there when you're running and the blood is pumping, an injury doesn't seem to be so important, or doesn't seem to be as serious. But as soon as you sit down a little bit, it stiffens up, and you need to make sure that those injuries are not serious and you don't continue to and make them worse.
You don't remember. You were really gone.
Sample keeps it going with a head. Can't control, and it's cleared up. Patnode, and Burt's right back again to Gooley. Over her head, Quackenbush should get there, and does, up the wing. But Bowman stops. A long pass down for Gooley. Gooley can't turn it. Quackenbush turns it to the inside. Bad move. Bowman is there, gets the shot off. Deflected by Walter. What a pretty play. Was that Bowman? Brandy Bowman assists Ashley Walter at 5:06. Walter with the goal, Bowman with the assist. 4-0 Northeastern. And a mistake by the Ticonderoga defense, Quackenbush, who's played very steady up until now. She intercepted the ball, got the ball off Gooley on the far side. Instead of turning it to the outside, she turned it to the inside, passed it right across the corner of her own 18. Bowman was there, streaking in from the far side with a fine shot about knee-high, maybe a little higher, and Walter just deflected it, changed directions, and Carson had no chance. So 4-0 Northeastern on a fine play by Bowman, and a not-so-good play by the Tide defense. Burtz. I didn't even see it.
What's the long ball, girl?
Deflected into the center for Clark. It was just brought to my attention that the Lady Cougars have gone up in the ranks, in the state rankings.
Nice.
Fay tries to get the shot off. Could have been a handball. Fay gets it to Walter. Walter with the shot in the net. Walter from Fay. And it's 5-0 Northeastern.
Keep up the good work, Cougars.
Well, as I was picking up on another subject, Northeastern scores again. They've scored 3 goals in 4 minutes. Walter from Fay at the 6:34 mark, and it is 5-0 Northeastern. And just like that, the Lady Cougars are turning this into a blowout. And speaking of the Lady Cougars, they were ranked 7th in the state.
Here's one.
7th in the state in the polls. And I've just been informed, I didn't see it in the newspaper today, but I've been informed they've been raised to number 4th. 4th in the state. There's a shot off the post, off the crossbar rather, and finally it'll be I believe a goal kick. I thought maybe a corner kick, but a goal kick for the Sentinels. A fine shot. I didn't see who fired that, but it was off the post. Maybe Gooley fired it from the far side and off the crossbar. Fay stops but can't control. Off a deflection, it goes to Brassert. Brassert has a left-footed shot, can't get it off. Now chipped by Casey, and Carson with the stop, but it wouldn't have been any good anyway. Offside's called, and it'll be a direct kick for the Sentinels. A strange game. Maybe the Sentinels just wore down. They couldn't keep up with the Cougars over a long stretch. But in the first part of this game, Ticonderoga holding up well against the Northeastern onslaught. Just playing the defense, playing good position and not getting out of position, good speed. They were doing their best, and it really looked like their best was going to be good enough, because it took Northeastern 33 minutes and 7 seconds to score their first goal. And since that time, Lady Cougars in 13 minutes, the last 7 minutes of the first half and the first 6 minutes of the second half, Northeastern has banged in 5 goals. 5 goals in 13 minutes. So maybe the wind had something to do with it, the fact that Ticonderoga was being helped by the wind, or and this half they're not, or maybe it's just that Northeastern wore them down to the point where they couldn't stop them any longer. But a big 5-0 lead for Northeastern. And that is, well, there's some calls that I do not agree with. That's one of them. Sometimes an incidental contact of a player falls down does not necessarily mean the other player is guilty of an infraction. In my opinion only. Broken up and taken right back again. Bailey to Gooley. Gooley can't control. Dutil gets it back to Desereau. Gooley deflects, but it's cleared out. Now Boardman with a high shot and Carson with the stop. Push called from behind, and it'll be Ticonderoga direct kick. 29:42 remaining. A lot of time left in this game. Again, Northeastern, a tough game. They had some shots on net, but just couldn't find the back of the net, the back of the Ticonderoga net until the 33:07 mark. And for the next 13 minutes, the last 7 minutes of the first half and first 6 minutes of the second half, Northeastern banged in 5 straight goals, 5 unanswered goals. Gooley had Brassard all alone on the near side and cut it back to the short side, and it went out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick for Ticonderoga. To Desereau. Desero, a nice move. She'll have a clear cross off, and it went behind the net for a tie goal kick. Brassard steps up nicely, keeps the ball alive. Now Boardman and Brassard team up and force Ty to punch the ball out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. Boardman keeps it going. Dutil fighting for it. Dutil keeps it in bounds, keeps it alive. Back to Boardman, but it's cleared by Savage. Dutil picks it up on the near side, cleared again, out of bounds this time, and it'll be Northeastern throw-in. Straight across for LaFountain. LaFountain broken up. Boardman keeps it going, but it's cleared out by McDougal. Now Desero with the shot high, and Carson with the stop. A nice left-footed shot by Haley Desero. It's something you don't see very often unless the player is naturally left-footed, is the use of both feet and using them well. That's something that is so important at a young age to have your, if your children are interested in soccer, or if you're interested in soccer yourself, use your left foot. It takes a lot of time and a lot of practice and a lot of effort, but use your left foot. You'll double your goal output over your career if you can use your left foot. Shot by LaFountain, out of bounds, a goal kick for a tie. LaFountain with a nice move to get by one from the 18, fired off the post. What a shot. Elise LaFountain with a great right-footed shot that went right off the post and crossbar, right at the corner. Made a nice move to get by one defender, got right to the 18 and drove a shot, a rocket off the crossbar and post. And now it'll be a corner kick for Northeastern. 25:53 remaining in the second. It's 5-0 Northeastern, and they're looking for more. Fine corner, back to the 18. Burt's with the shot, looking at the far post. It's deflected wide and picked up by Carantino rather. Finally out of bounds, Northeastern with another corner kick. The Fountain's corner comes out to the 18, headed by Bailey and cleared by Blood. Out of bounds, it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. Chested down by Bailey, can't control. And finally cleared out in the center of the field. Burtz is there. Burtz, pass down for Boardman, too far out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Ty.
To the ball, Cougars.
Christen, dangerous play, and it'll be Northeastern ball. Trumbley inside the 18. Dutil races for it. Carson comes out to make the stop. Won't even call that a stop. She just came out to control the ball. Headed by Patnode, taken by LaFountain. Desero and LaFountain team up to take the ball off Patnode, and finally Dutil with the shot, just wide. A fine shot by Rachel Dutil just outside the 18. Looked very innocent, and then all of a sudden it just scooted by the post. Not far from being a goal. A nice play by Rachel Dutil. Burtz gets by Christen, gets it to Brassard. Brassard has Burtz back on the outside, tries to take it to the inside. Boardman miskicks. Northeastern able to survive that, and LaFountain broken up by Christen, and Burtz gets by one, gets by two, gets by three, up to LaFountain, and it's just a little bit too far, and it's broken up by Plass, now deeper into Ticonderoga zone. LaFountain goes near side. Out of bounds, it'll be a throw-in for Ticonderoga, 22-40. Ty's having a difficult time getting past midfield. And that'll be a rethrow. Oh, he's saying it came in and went back out again. Must have just barely. And it'll be Northeastern throw-in. Boardman. A line drive off two deflections. And in the center, Gooley is there and heads it. And couldn't get it past Carson. Carson tightening up after that fifth Northeastern goal. Desero deflected by Gooley into the center. Brassard is there. Wouldn't take the shot with the left foot to put it off the right foot. Brassard still with the shot and puts a low one in, and Carson kneels and makes the stop. Clark with a low shot, and it's wide. Goal kick for the Sentinels. 21:30 remaining in this second half. Deflected to the far side. Sentinels trying to control. Desero. Now Young. Kristen Young can't control. Bailey down the wing for Gooley. Gooley into the center. Gooley racing hard, trying to keep it in bounds. Can't, and it's a goal kick. Brassard tries to push a pass for LaFountain. Broken up. Clark gets there. Deflects to the near side. Burtz and Christen. Burtz wins that one. Deflects it into the center. Bailey reads it nicely. Can't control, and it's cleared out by McDougal. Now Desero crosses inside the 18, and Carson with the easy stop. Gooley on the far side gets by one, but can't get by McDougal. McDougal up the wing. And here come the Sentinels, and there's Northeastern's defense to break that up. Here comes Blood in the center. Comes near side for Christen. Christen gets by Burtz and goes far side, but there's the Northeastern defense again. Desero in the proper position to intercept. Bailey right down the wing for Gooley. Gooley deflects to the inside. A through pass intended for Dutil. Dutil just inside the 18, gets the shot off, and Carson with the stop. Bailey heads it up for Gooley. Gooley broken up. A mistake on the part of Desero, and Clark backs her up, able to break the play up, disrupt the flow. Blood still controlling. Clark gets there, and Burtz stops and clears. Sentinel still fighting. Christen. Now Boardman makes a nice move to get the ball from Christen and passes up for Brassard. Brassard has Burtz streaking down the wing, needs to get it onto the wing. Waited a second too long and broken up. Broken up by Shawnee. McDougal steps up nicely. And a through pass, and Carson should get there first and does, but temporarily loses control of the ball. But nobody close enough to make her pay, and it'll be a tie ball to the outside. Can't save it, out of bounds. It'll be Northeastern throw-in. Christen comes away with the ball. Back into the center. Desero is there. A little push off, but to no avail, and Bowman down the wing. This has to be frustrating for Ticonderoga. If you're a competitive player in a purple uniform right now, it has to be very frustrating. You've done all you can, played so hard in that first half, the first 33 minutes of that first half, and to end up down by 5-0 has to be very frustrating if you're a Ticonderoga player. And you see a little bit of the arms coming up, a little bit of frustration coming out physically. Headed out. Fay gets there, deflects it deeper. Tremblay gets the shot off, but it goes wide. And Brassert out of bounds. Should be a goal kick for Ticonderoga. 16:25 remaining. Fay crosses the 18. It's stopped. Goes right back again to the near side. Fay gets by one. Gets a cross off right through. Stopped at the last second by Plass. That finally goes wide, and it'll be a goal kick for Ticonderoga. Burtz and Desero get a well-deserved rest, replaced by Walter and Sample. A fine game by Haley Desero and Ashley Burtz, as usual. We're getting, I think, a little spoiled here at Northeastern. If you're a Northeastern fan, you kind of see a fantastic defense on a regular basis, and one that, again, you get a little bit like you expect it. Like it becomes the norm. These great defensive plays by this great Northeastern defense. But believe me, if you were a fan of any other team in this league, you know how good Northeastern defense is. And of course, that one goal or two goals that they've given up so far in 1999 is certainly a good indication of how good this defense is. I think with these 5 goals tonight, they're probably up to 36, maybe 40, 41 goals for and 2 goals against. That's pretty impressive. Casey can't get the shot off. Bowman is there. They're kicking at it. It's a rugby scrum, and it finally goes out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for Ticonderoga. And of course, I mentioned the Northeastern defense because they are so good. They play so well together. But Northeastern's offense is no slouch either, with Walter and Sample leading the way in goals. But you have many other players that are contributing with great passes, great midfield play. Northeastern just a fine overall team, and we'll see how far they go. Of course, sports is a funny thing. Even the best team sometimes has a bad day, and if they have the bad day at a crucial time during sectional play or during getting a little ahead of ourselves, but during postseason play, it can be very difficult for them. And if they have one bad game, then it's all over. They hang their cleats up for the year. But if Northeastern keeps going, it's going to be very interesting how far they can go this year, this 1999. Clark steps up, can't get the ball. Taken by Spaulding. Taken back by LaFountain. LaFountain through for Casey. Casey just bounced away from her and couldn't get the shot off. Now Young on the far side. Kristen Young for Ticonderoga clears out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. Now Sample. Carson with the stop. Sample, even playing defense, ends up with a shot. Young on the far side lets it roll out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick for Ticonderoga. 11 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the second. It's 5-0 Northeastern. And a game that you would have never guessed in the first half, especially in the early part of the first half. You would have never guessed that this was going to be a blowout, but a 5-0 score right now. And Ty with the throw-in. Bowman keeps it in. Christen gets there and passes up for, well, it doesn't matter, broken up by Sample. Now Clark, slide tackle, and Clark loses it, and finally cleared out. Taken by Spalding. Spalding can't control for very long, and Bowman on the far side. Down the wing for Gooley. Gooley has Casey on the inside, delivers it to Casey. Casey with the shot. Now LaFountain. LaFountain shoots and deflects to Carson. Near side for Kolesko. And Walter takes it off Kolesko and dumps in to the 18 for Casey, and it's cleared out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. In the center, Clark just at the last second. McDougal gets there and can't get and blocks the shot. And finally, the shot taken by either Clark or Gooley from the far side. Too many players in my way. And it goes wide. It'll be a goal kick for Ticonderoga. Under 10 minutes. 9 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in the second. Chested down by Miserve. Now Fay switches fields over for Bowman. Bowman and Gooley. Gooley down the wing for Bowman. Deep on the far side, out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. Sample crosses to the 18, headed down by Clark for control. Clark trying to turn it, and does. Amanda Clark pushes through for LaFountain. LaFountain changes directions, but is broken up by Shawnee and cleared far side, out of bounds. Corner kick for Northeastern. I think at this stage there are 8 minutes and 26 seconds, and I think at this stage the Sentinels would just as soon have it be 26 seconds. This has got to be painful for them. They're trying and trying, but Northeastern just too powerful. Again, here in the second half, I can only remember maybe twice that the Sentinels got the ball past midfield. Chantal Cardin, it's a chilly night, not real cold, but windy and a little chilly, and she's got to be cold standing there, not doing much of anything. Right between the legs of Carson and Clark with the 6th Northeastern goal. And the Francine Carson, the tie goalie, finally made a bad play, let the ball roll right between her legs on a hard shot from Amanda Clark. Clark from LaFountain, 32:09 for Northeastern's 6th goal. A 6-0 Cougar lead. And here they come again. Carson has played, although she gave up 5 goals before that last bad one right between her legs. She's played relatively well. She's made a couple of good saves. There were a couple of hard shots that she moved well on, a couple of close-in shots early in the game where she shifted perfectly and got herself in the right position and made some very good saves. But again, this Northeastern club just too powerful. And here comes LaFountain. LaFountain gets by 2, but can't get by the 3rd defender. Finally fires wide, and it'll be a goal kick for Ticonderoga. Cleared out. Sample is there, can't get the shot off, but gets the ball back again. Pushes over for Tremblay. Tremblay comes near side for Boardman. Boardman off a deflection. It's deeper into tie zone. Boardman wants to cross, goes back to Walter for control. Walter just at the 18, missed kicks to the far side, and it's well wide. Gooley trying to run it down. Passes up for Bailey, but Bailey can't get there, and Sample. Clark breaks it up. Ty trying desperately with Spalding in the center to get an offensive thrust moving, but can't. Clark breaks that up to LaFountain, and LaFountain to Brassert. Brassert off a deflection, goes wide, and it should be a corner kick, but it's not. Northeastern substitutions. Bailey and Casey go off, and Fay and Burtz come back on. Burtz back on at a forward position. I believe Fay also in a forward position. Northeastern with this game pretty much out of hand, giving some players who don't get a chance to play certain positions an opportunity to do so. Sample back to Walter, down the wing for Brassert, deeper into tie zone. Sentinels take it wide and fire out of bounds. A long throw in, chested down and out of bounds, and it'll be a corner kick for Northeastern. 4:19 remaining in this second half. It's 6-0 Cougars. Right in on Carson. She loses the rebound. It finally goes out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick. Northeastern unable to take advantage of another mistake. A low kick, stopped by Boardman over for LaFountain. Boardman into the center, headed by Fay, deflected over for Burtz. Burtz gets the shot off, but Carson with the stop at the last second. Fine effort, and Carson comes out to make the stop. Now Burtz comes right back in again, gets the shot off, deflects, and finally cleared. Now Desero up for Bailey. Out of bounds, Northeastern throw-in. And as we assumed at halftime, most of the game, 99% of the game, fired by Fay and in the net. Northeastern Clinton scores their 7th goal tonight. Fay from Burtz at the 37-21 mark, and it's 7-0 Northeastern. Again, who would have thunk it? Who would have thought that this was going to be a blowout? Especially in the first half when Ty was playing so well, both teams, although Northeastern, again, having much the better momentum and probably better shots. It looked like it was going to be one of those games that Ty was going to hang on, but Northeastern exploding for 5 goals in the second half and a 7-0 Northeastern lead. 2 minutes remaining, mercifully, for Ticonderoga. And Brassert broken up and cleared out of bounds into the stands, and it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern.
Go Cougars!
Anybody report that they were looking for keys?
Fay Goes deeper, gets the cross off, and it's cleared out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for Northeastern. 1.5 minutes left. 1 minute and 26 seconds left. This is a long way to drive for the Ticonderoga Sentinels. To lose 7-0, it's going to be a long bus ride home. Crossed into the center, headed right out again. Northeastern not going to the corner. Now Boardman with the shot, deflected just before it crossed the line. I think McDougal got in the way and deflected the ball out of bounds, giving Northeastern another corner kick, but taking a goal away from Anna Boardman. LaFountain this time goes out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick. Under a minute, 40 seconds remaining. 40 seconds remaining, actually 33 seconds now remaining in the second half. LaFountain, chest down, gets it to Fay. Fay tries to turn it and does. And it's cleared to the far side by Plass. Young gets there but can't control. Bailey knocks it out of bounds, and with 9 seconds remaining, if I were the Sentinels, I wouldn't even put the ball back in play, and it looks like they're not. They're walking towards the sidelines. 3, 2, 1. The buzzer sounds, and the game is over. Again, this game, a real blowout, and you never would have known it at the beginning of the game. Ticonderoga playing well defensively. Didn't get much going offensively in the first half, but playing well defensively. The wind at their back may have helped a little bit, but I still think they had some good positioning. And it took Northeastern 33 minutes and 7 seconds, Dutil from Sample, before the first goal was scored. And that made it a 1-0 Northeastern lead. The second goal scored by Sample from Dutil at the 35-14 mark, and the first half ended Northeastern 2, Ticonderoga nothing. In the second half, it didn't take long, 2 minutes and 10 seconds for Sample from Bowman to make it 3-0 Northeastern. Then it was Walter from Bowman at 5:06 of the second for 4-0 Northeastern lead. Then Walter from Fay at the 6:34 mark of the second half for a 5-0 Northeastern lead. So it was 6-0. Clark from LaFountain at 32:09, and the seventh goal of the game scored by Margie Fay from Ashley Birch at the 37:21 mark for the final 7-0 Northeastern victory. A great night for Northeastern. A cool night, windy night. Northeastern with a 7-0 win. Another shutout for the Lady Cougars. They stay undefeated. They add another shutout to their many. I don't know if it's 10 or 11 so far this year. 10, I think, shutouts for the Lady Cougars. So just another step in the direction that Northeastern wants to go towards the Division I championship and further on. Well, that's the way it was this 8th day of October, 1999 at Northeastern Clinton Central School in beautiful downtown Champlain. Lady Cougars 7 and the Ticonderoga Sentinels nothing. Thanks for watching Hometown Cable.